These are dark, desperate times for the members of the Duggar family. And it's not just the creeps and predators who are suffering. Josh is finally in prison, and his April sentencing hearing will hopefully keep him there for a very long time. Unfortunately, Josh's downfall has done little to alleviate the suffering of his victims, and in some ways, their lives have deteriorated as well. Take Jessa Duggar's sad circumstances, for example. Jessa was one of the 5 young girls who was accosted by Josh long before his more recent sex crimes finally landed him in jail. She's mostly kept quiet on the subject of her eldest brother's imprisonment, but insiders say Jessa is relieved that her abuser is finally being held accountable. Sadly, her fortunes have declined along with Josh's. The latest Duggar sex scandal led TLC to cancel Counting On, which was Jessa's primary source of income. While her father, Jim Bob Duggar, pocketed most of the family's earnings, the exposure that Jessa gained from the long-running show allowed her to earn money from other social media partnerships and other revenue streams. Back in the spring of 2021, Jessa and husband Ben Seawald began renovations on a 2,000-square-foot home that's about twice the size of their current house. At the time, Jessa was still the star of a popular reality show, and she had money pouring in from multiple sponsored content deals. Now, as the couple prepares to move into their new home, Jessa's days as a reality star are behind her, and according to a new report from The Sun, she's been fired from 2 partnerships so far this year. With 4 young children at home, Jessa and Ben can certainly use the additional space. But without any visible means of support, can they afford all that extra house? Currently, Jessa describes herself as self-employed, while Ben's profession is listed as preacher. Jim Bob might have pocketed all of the money the family made from Counting On, but at least he handed out allowances. According to The Sun, the Duggars will lose $850,000 a year from the cancellation of their reality show. The family was roughly paid $80,000 for each chunk of filming, and some seasons were longer than others, but they were picking up on average $850,000 a season, says a source close to the situation. I think a lot of people will be shocked to learn they were earning that much, and it all went to Jim Bob, who invested some of it for the family and handed the rest out. The insider admits that the money was not evenly distributed, but claims that the family's financial situation was still much less grim at this time last year. But there were often arguments about payments, who deserved what and whether people were being paid correctly for their time on air. That was a major issue over the years, says the insider. Some family members are glad TLC pulled the plug so they can go off on their own and manage their own money, but Jim Bob is undoubtedly pissed because it was a huge income. Insiders say that Jessa and Ben were able to sell their starter home before the move, but the couple received just $100,000 for the property. Of course, it's possible that the Seawalds' experiences with renovating will lead them to enter the family business and continue flipping houses. At just 19 years of age, Justin Duggar is already selling his first property, a home in Amarillo, Texas that he fixed up with help from wife Claire Spivey. Multiple offers received. Please submit highest and best by 5 o'clock Tuesday, January 25th, reads a listing obtained by The Sun. The home is reportedly listed at $199,000. No one knows where the teenager got the money to purchase the fixer-upper, but it's long been rumored that Jim Bob is much more willing to give out cash to his sons than to his daughters. Yet another of the many ways in which the women of the Duggar family are abused and disregarded.